In 2015, WoodCo introduced its new generation of external boilers called the W-Compact iGen range. The designers at WoodCo were the first in Europe to develop domestic external biomass boilers. The team continually refines and enhances this range, hence the arrival of the W-Compact iGen range, making it even easier to install, commission and service. Even greater range of models, i.e. 15-18 in slim models and 15-18, 28 and 40/45 kW S models. Several thousand external boilers have been supplied from the WoodCo factory to the European market, making it the undisputed leader in this field. W-Compact, the original and the best. This video describes the installation of the external 15 kW, but the same principles apply to all internal and external models, and the controller and key components are exactly the same on all domestic models. Unique new features on the external iGen are easily removable side panels, easily accessible control board enclosure, a new ERP energy efficient WoodCo variable speed pump as standard from August 2015, flow and return connection pipes that can exit through a knockout in the base, unique compressed air cleaning system, a vacuum regulator which ensures negative pressure is maintained in the combustion chamber. All wiring is heat resistant and sleeved. Also, all components are joined by push-on connectors. An index of all key components is on the side of the boiler, making it easy for the installer to identify each component. Behind the easily removable control board enclosure is the PAT Test QC control label. Wi-Fi is standard on all models, enabling remote access for the homeowner, installer and manufacturer. There is no need for static IP address or to run Cat5 cable to the unit. All that is needed is Wi-Fi coverage in the boiler vicinity. All W-Compact boilers have lambda sensor and controller as standard, ensuring even greater efficiency and quality combustion. A pressure relief valve fitted as standard and plumbed. Water pressure sensor which alarms if water pressure is less than 1/4 bar and exceeds 2 3/4 bar pressure. Combustion fan ensuring greater quality combustion compared to single exhaust fan systems. Here you can see the temperature probe that measures the exhaust gas temperatures as it exits the boiler. Here is the auger motor that drives the auger flight. Each boiler is identified by a unique serial number which is located inside the front door here. Weatherproof louvers on the rear of the boiler allowing combustion air access to the unit. Air intake under base and on rear panels giving the W-Compact an even greater IP rating. All external models have the patent-pending moulded ABS lid with removable spigot for an external auger, enabling W-Compact external boilers to be used with bulk fuel storage systems. Relays are factory fitted to enable an external auger to be used. Relays also allow the property's existing time clock to be used. Stainless steel safety mesh guard. Boiler on a skid base to ease transportation on site. Greater number of cleaning pipes in burner and extended cleaning time. Exhaust pipe is insulated. The main electrical connection is easily made, and provision is made in the base to bring in the electrical cables. iGen controller is standard on all W-Compact boilers with its touchscreen easy-to-use graphic display. The iGen controller uses fuzzy logic PID control, meaning it modulates seamlessly within the range of 100% to 30% of the boiler output. Commissioning process is therefore greatly simplified. All boilers are PIN code protected only at installer and manufacturer levels to access service parameters. iGen control module can also be sited in the property, meaning the homeowner can control the boiler from within the house. This will show the operating status of the boiler, fuel level and control heating circuits within the property. Within the hopper you will find the low-level pellet sensor and the auger flight. On opening the lid over the boiler, one will find the boiler cleaning motor and the automatic air vent. On opening the front door of the boilers you will notice an additional safety catch that needs to be opened on the combustion chamber door. This is in addition to the existing electronic safety switch. You will notice the burner pot and grate which is manufactured from stainless steel. A generous ash pan is located at the bottom of the combustion chamber and a pan for collecting the debris after cleaning the heat exchanger. The installation of the boiler, making the electrical connections, checking its operation and maintenance are all tasks which will be carried out by qualified and authorised personnel. It is important that the installation manual be read in conjunction with this video. So you can see, the W-Compact iGen is one of the best designed biomass boilers on the European market today. Industry-leading components are used throughout. Unpacking. The W-Compact iGen is supplied on a single pallet, and the materials which make up the packaging are 100% recyclable. Check the unpacking checklist in the manual to ensure you have all the required components. 2 baffle plates on a 28 kW boiler, one baffle plate on 15 and 18 kilowatt models, user manual pack, burner grate, etc. All 15 to 28 kilowatt domestic boilers are designed to fit through a standard door width. However, they do need careful handling, and you will need manual handling equipment. For example, the 28 kilowatt model weighs almost 200 kilograms. Preparing the base. For internal boilers, there is already likely to be a non-combustible concrete or tiled base in the plant room where the unit is to be placed. For external boilers, it may be necessary to install a base. The base needs to be 50 mm high and should project a minimum 100 mm beyond the sides of the boiler and at least 600 mm to the rear and front of slim boilers. On the 15 and 18 kilowatt models, the installer must leave enough space so that the user and service engineer can access the boiler routinely. This means leaving at least 900 mm at the front of the boiler and 450 mm at either side. For the S model boilers, the base needs to be 50 mm high and should project a minimum of 150 mm beyond all sides of the boiler. Service clearances must be at least 900 mm to the front and 450 mm to the rear and both sides of the S model boilers. Electrical connections. Ensure your electrician has the necessary qualifications and installs to the electrical standards in your country. The boiler must be supplied with a 230 volt 50 Hz electrical connection via a 2-pole isolation switch rated for over voltage category 3. It must be protected with a 6 amp circuit breaker. Also, the unit shall have a 30 mA RCD installed into the main supply. Room thermostat shall be supplied controlled by extra low safety voltage. A 4-core cable needs to be connected to the boiler. Black is permanent live. Brown is time clock or controlled live. Blue or grey is neutral. Green and yellow is earth. The appliance must be connected to an electrical system which is equipped with an earth conductor complying with CEI 64-8. Water connections. The flow and return connections are on the right hand side of the boiler. The boiler can be plumbed into either an open vented or sealed pressurized system. The maximum static head on an open vented system is 27.44 meters. If on a sealed system, the expansion vessel must be installed as per the manufacturer's instructions and based on the water capacity in the boiler and the entire heating system. Failure to size the expansion vessel correctly may cause the boiler to leak over time and invalidate your warranty. A minimum 18-litre vessel is recommended plus additional expansion for the heating and domestic hot water. The boiler is fitted with an energy-efficient variable speed pump. The system should be filled from the lowest point on the heating system to force the air to the highest point where it can be vented. To de-aerate the system, enter the manual control menu and activate the pump. Repeat the procedure to turn off the pump. Only when the system is fully vented can one commission the boiler. Always ensure the fittings are tight and sealed when filling the boiler. Remove any red caps and blank with plugs if not used. It is important that there is sufficient heat leak on the system to absorb any latent heat from the boiler and to prevent nuisance tripping of the boiler overheat thermostat. This is something first-time installers of biomass boilers often overlook. The boiler can still generate smouldering heat within the combustion chamber even after the unit is powered off. Fluing. Fluing of the boiler is an important consideration. Ensure boilers are installed in accordance with the building regulations in your country. For internal boilers, the flue must terminate at least 1 metre above the eave of the roof. If the boiler is an external boiler, the flue must terminate at least 1 metre above the eave of the roof if located directly beside the building or within 3 metres of the building. Otherwise, if the external boiler is located further than 3 metres from the nearest building or tall structure, the standard shorter flue can be used provided the boiler can run satisfactorily and achieve a draft of 20 pascals. Sometimes an anti-downdraft cowl or spinning cowl may be required. When commissioning, we will show you the importance of draft and how the vacuum regulator assists this. The flue pipe must not include any horizontal pipe runs. It is also advisable not to exceed 8 metres of vertical pipe. The W-Compact biomass boilers have an 80mm diameter transition pipe from the exhaust fan to the flue adapter. W-Compact boilers have been tested and approved with 4-inch 100mm twin-wall stainless steel insulated flue, so you will need an 80-100 adapter. The installer can also choose to use a 5-inch 125mm flue. It is important there are no other 90-degree bends used on the flue system apart from the 90-degree elbow at the rear of the 28 kilowatt boiler. A cleaning hatch or way of removing a piece of flue to enable annual cleaning of the flue needs to be provided at any 90-degree bend. A full range of straight, offset, elbow and T elements are available. For boilers located indoors, external ventilation by way of louvered doors or vent must be provided. Once the installer has primary plumbing connections completed and the boiler is ready for commissioning, a pre-commissioning registration form must be completed and returned to WoodCo. WoodCo will check that the form is complete and that the installation is ready for commissioning. Once WoodCo is satisfied, they will issue an unlocked PIN code to the commissioning engineer. Once the boiler has been commissioned, a 30 minutes handover to the homeowner must be done, and the homeowner will sign to confirm that they have received and understand the instructions on how to operate their boiler.